My dear students, today I am going to discuss rules to ask yes or no questions starting with the primary auxiliaries verbs. Here I am going to use was past tense under Learn English through Tamil Foundation course. I am Dr.R.G Gunasekaran, professor who is taking class for you. Vetri welcomes you all. Now, rules to ask questions starting with primary auxiliary verbs or yes or no questions. Under this, I am going to use, I informed you, was. So before starting, let me give some introduction regarding interrogative sentences. What are interrogative sentences or what is interrogative sentence? A sentence that asks a question is called interrogative sentence. So whenever if you want to ask somebody any question, that we will call it as interrogative sentence. We know sentences we can classify a number of ways. One of the way is simple sentence, that is interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence, and imperative sentence. So here we are discussing under the interrogative sentences. Simple sentences we have already discussed. Kindly refer my previous videos. A sentence that asks a question is called interrogative sentence. Normally, we are using the following types to ask question. This is the very, very important information. So normally, only by three ways we can raise questions. There is no other way except these three. Many of you may not know this, including the many professors of English. Now, one is WH questions. That means WH question means under which all the words starting with WH or at least containing WH. Like what, when, where, whom, whose, why, the how, like that. These questions are called WH questions. Then another type, yes or no questions. Here we have to use suitable auxiliary verbs. Now, verb can be classified into 5 types. I have discussed already. Kindly refer previous videos. So, one of the type is the main verb and auxiliary verb. Under the auxiliary, there are 5 auxiliary verbs: primary auxiliary and secondary auxiliary. Primary auxiliary 3 types, secondary auxiliary 2 types. So, under the primary auxiliary, be verbs, do verbs, has verbs. These 3 are primary auxiliaries. These verbs act as a main as well as helping verb or auxiliary verbs. Whereas secondary auxiliaries, they are will, shall, can, may, and would, should, could, and might. So these are 5th. So the last 4th and 5th we will call it as secondary auxiliaries. These auxiliaries will not come directly as a main verb. They will always come as an auxiliary verb. The main important. So by using any one of these auxiliary verb, we can raise question. So when you raise question, normally the answer when we are giving, it will be either we have to say yes or no, then we have to give the reply. That's why it is also known as yes or no questions. Please follow. And lastly, tag questions. What is tag questions? Normally, we will simply give a sentence, simple sentence. It may be a positive or negative sentence. If it is a positive sentence, terminally we will raise a negative questions. If it is a negative statement, we will ask the positive questions. This type of question we will call it as tag questions. So kindly, so tag question we will discuss later. So now we are discussing under the yes or no questions. Here using was I am going to discuss. Okay. Now under the WH questions are questions that begin with the word that typically start with WH. I informed already. They are used to gather information about a specific topic. So important WHO words used to ask questions are 1. What? 2. When? 3. Where? 4. Which? 5. Who? 6. Whom? And 7. Whose? 8. Why? And 9. How? Only in how H and W interchanging in the positions. Please remember. By using these questions, we can ask WH questions. Now we will come for yes or no questions. I told you using was I am going to raise question. Please follow. Before that, let me discuss what are the characteristics of the yes or no questions. Number 1, kindly follow. So yes or no question do not require elaborate explanations or detailed informations. The characteristics are number 1, the simplicity. Number 1, the simplicity. What is simplicity? They are straightforward. They are straightforward and easy to answer. They are straightforward and easy to answer. Number 2, clarity. They ask for a clear affirmation or negation, positive or negative. Kindly follow. Number 3, directness. They focus on a specific point without ambiguity. 4th, consciousness. They are typically short and to the point. And 5, binary response. They limit the response to 2 possible answers. One answer is yes, other answer is no. Lastly, efficiency we have to. What is efficiency? They are useful for quickly gathering information or making decisions. Please follow. So with this, I am going to discuss the rules for we have to follow before asking the yes or no questions. There are some rules we have to follow. Rule number 1. Identify all the auxiliary verbs which can include 1. I can call it as, kindly follow. 1 is, that is be verb. Kindly follow. The 1 is be verb. Be verbs. That is am, is, are, present tense, was, were, past tense. This is primary auxiliary type 1. So this is type 2. Do, does, did. Type 2. Has, have, had. Type 3. Will, shall, can, may, must. It is type 4. Would, should, could, might. They are type 5. So we must memorize this auxiliary verb. That is the most important. Identify. Okay? Right. So here one important point I want to give now. Am is used only for I can be. Only for I am can be used. Only for I am can be used. That should be, you must have. Rule number 2. Now, so we know what are the types of auxiliary verbs. Among these, place the suitable auxiliary verb at the beginning of the question, followed by subject and main verb. So first suitable auxiliary verb followed by subject and main verb. So let me give a simple example. Here is he coming to the party? This is present tense. Actually, we are going to discuss what this is for the rule I am explaining you. Is he coming to the party? அவன் பார்ட்டிக்கு வந்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றானா? This is the question. So for this question there are two replies. One is, if he is coming, answer will be yes, he is coming to the party. Positive. Simply we interchange this. Yes, he is coming to the party. Answer is with your hand. Suppose if it is negative, he is not coming. No, he isn't coming to the party. This is the rule 2. Very, very simple. Rule 3. Add the rest of the sentence if needed. So we are simply giving a simple sentence, but if you need further information, you can add. That is the add rest of the sentence if needed. The question is same. Is he coming to the party? Now what we have replied, yes, he is coming to the party. We have stopped with this. Now further I can add now, and he will join with us. And he will join with it. This is the extra. If it is necessary, we can add. Or no, he isn't coming to the party. Negative. Now we'll go for rule 4. Rule 4. Use the correct form of auxiliary verb. That means depending upon the nature of the noun or pronoun, you have to use, that is subject, you have to use proper the auxiliary verb. Example, use correct form of auxiliary verb. Now I am showing here, do she, kindly follow, do she know the answer? Is it correct? No, it is wrong form, because she is the third person singular. For singular verb we have to use does. We should not use do. So this is the correct one. Does she know the answer? Does she know the answer? அவளுக்கு பதில் தெரிந்திருக்கிறதா? This is the correct form of using auxiliary verb. Suppose if you are using you, then you can say, do you know the answer? You can use do. Or they, or we, you can use do. But third person singular, he, she, it, if comes as a subject, now you should be used normally does. So correct form of auxiliary verb we have to use. Rule 5, this is for already I explained, that is inversion of subject and verb. You can easily understand. When question is asked, simply by interchanging the noun and verb, we can get the answer. See here, this is the answer. You are coming to the party. நீ பார்ட்டிக்கு வந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறாய். Suppose you want to raise a question, simply put our friend. Automatically you will raise the question. Question mark you have to put. That is, are you coming to the party? Are you coming to the party? If positive, yes, I am coming to the party. Because if it is you comes, you have to give answer I. Kindly follow. If it is plural, we have to give we. So are you coming to the party? So this is suitable in present, past or future continuous sentences. So using these 4 rules, we have to the reply questions for yes or no questions. Please have it in mind. Now let me go for the first sentence. For that, I will give a formula. I am framing a formula. Please follow. What is the formula? was. First auxiliary verb you have to. The next you have to introduce subject. Subject may be a noun. The noun was is a singular past tense, so noun should be singular. Or if it is a personal pronoun, he, she, it, I have to use. Please follow. So noun means Sita. If you say singular noun. Okay. So Raman, singular noun, like that. So in that case, we will use. If you want to use a past tense, was we have to use verb. Okay. Now let me take the questions. Question number 1. Finally follow. Was it raining yesterday? Was it raining yesterday? நேற்று மழை பெய்து கொண்டு இருந்ததா? That is the question. Was it raining yesterday? There are two possibilities. If yes, automatically it will come here. It was raining yesterday. Easy to give reply. Otherwise, no, it wasn't raining yesterday. Wasn't. You should not say was not. Only in the case of am, you have to use am not. But all other verb, you have to use the N apostrophe S T. Wasn't raining yesterday. Please remember. Very, very easy. First question. Second question. Now, again, the formula, as usual, you know already. Now, I will go directly. Was the meeting scheduled for 10 a.m. yesterday? Was the meeting scheduled for 10 a.m. yesterday? Yes. The meeting was scheduled for 10 a.m. yesterday. One possibility. Another possibility. No, the meeting wasn't scheduled for 10 a.m. yesterday. Kindly follow. So in this case, was scheduled. So you have the was here using as auxiliary verb. The main verb is schedule. Okay? So this is past perfect sentence. Kindly follow. Next question. Third one. Was the project completed on time? Was the project completed on time? There are two possibilities now. Yes, the project was completed on time. Suppose if it's not completed, no, the project wasn't completed on time. Easy. So because the project third person singular past tense we are using. Then fourth one. Was she reached at the party last night? Was she reached at the party last night? Now, if it is yes, kindly follow now. She was reached at the party last night. Very simple. From the question, you are rewriting the answer by simply interchanging the noun and verb. Here, was auxiliary verb, reach as a main verb. Suppose negative. No, she wasn't reached at the party last night. Wasn't reached at the party last night. Question number 5. Was the food at the restaurant tasted good yesterday? Was the food at the restaurant tasted good yesterday? Two possibilities. Yes. If it is okay, yes. The food was at the restaurant tasted good yesterday. If it is no, the food wasn't at the restaurant tasted good yesterday. So two possibilities. So here main verb tasted, the auxiliary verb was. Question number 6. Was your flight delayed? Was your flight, aeroplane, Aeroplane or airplane, anything, both are right. Was your flight delayed? Two possibilities. Yes, my flight was delayed. If it is no, no, my flight wasn't delayed. Wasn't delayed. Please follow. Next question, 7. Was the movie interesting? Past continuous. Was the movie interesting? If it is interesting really, then yes, the movie should go there. The movie was interesting. Yes, the movie was interesting. Suppose if it is no, the movie wasn't interesting. Wasn't interesting. Kindly follow. Question number 8. Was the report submitted to the manager? Was the report submitted to the manager? There are two possibilities. அதாவது மேனேஜரிடம் ரிப்போர்ட் செய்யப்பட்டு விட்டதா? That is the question. செய்யப்பட்டு விட்டதா? Past tense. Now if it is yes, செய்யப்பட்டு விட்டால் yes, the report was submitted to the manager. The report was submitted to the manager. Suppose if it is no, no, the report wasn't submitted to the manager. Here, as usual, was is acting as an auxiliary verb. Submit, it is the main verb. That is V1 verb submit, V3 verb submitted, past participle. Please follow. Question number 9. Was the book worth reading? Was the book worth reading? If question is yes, yes, the book was worth reading. Past continuous. No, the book wasn't worth reading. The book wasn't worth reading. And lastly, question number 10. Was the package delivered on time? Was the package delivered on time? Two probability. If yes, I can give answer yes, the package was delivered on time. If it is no, no, the package wasn't delivered on time. Wasn't delivered on time. So here, was is the auxiliary verb and deliver is the main verb. Delivered, past participle, deliver, V1 verb. That is present tense. Kindly follow. So, my dear students, I hope now I have discussed with was as a auxiliary verb. I have given some nearly 10 sentences for your understanding. I hope you will have a very clear idea. We will meet again the next auxiliary verb where, which is again past tense, plural, in the next class. Thank you. Dr. Gunasegaran. Bye-bye.